Who are you?
Hi, Mr. Miles. I'm Reggie.
What?
Hi, Mr. Miles. My name's Reggie.
Hey, who's at the door?
This is...
Is this the Jehovah's Witness motherfucker?
I'm here to take Megan on the date.
Megan?
Hey!
Hey, Reggie, are you someone's father?
No, sir.
Reggie, what are you doing with the pot plant during the day?
Megan likes plants.
This guy knows the kind of plants. And these lights. What is he planting in her mind is what I want to know.
Easy.
Oh, no! I didn't come out of prison for this. Let me pour out some for the dead people that I killed myself. It's not gonna be easy because he's looking for easy.
Okay.
And Megan is not easy. Can you dance? You see, I don't want my niece to be with someone who can't dance. I don't want anyone dating my niece if he can't dance. Twacker!
Is Megan here, sir?
Twacker! Twacker! Can you dance? Twacker, Reginald!
Mr.
Twacker! Are you a virgin? Reginald, come in here, Reginald, come in here. Reginald, are you a virgin? Reginald, where are the...
Okay, Mpho Popps Marikani. We here.
Yes.
The Load Shed podcast. We are very lucky.
Back, like
we are
load
lucky.
shedding.
Lucky.
Shout out to Winston and Tutu for plugging us
Thanks,
as well.
guys.
The main members.
Those are my main O's.
Your main O's.
So during the course of the week, we're trying to check, all right, now, how are we going to have this conversation here with Mpho? This is, this is one of the best guests we've never had. You know what I'm saying?
Cream of the crop.
I do the normal thing, yeah. Google, what's the story, yeah. But then there's too much going on.
There's
way too much.
There's a lot.
So then the question I say, no, I want you to tell us when you're meeting somebody, how do you introduce yourself when they say, so what do you do?
Yo, that's crazy, bro. I think over the years you find ways to sort of describe what you do. I think when you start out, you want to put a level of importance on what you do, right? Mm-hmm. So people ask you, what do you do? Oh no, I'm a financial advisor. Mm-hmm. I'm a home executive. The older you get, the more you realize, I don't care, bro. When they ask you, what do you do? I'm a housewife. You know? I don't have to try and over-explain what I do. So I think before I used to have all these, I'm a what creative genius, what comedy, what. These days I just tell people, I just tickle people with my words, bro. That's it.
That's it. So they'll be like
comedy.
I tickle people with
comedian.
my words.
Comedy. They'll be like comedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
And also you realize, bro, you know, people identify with what they do. And then you realize over time, that's not actually who I am. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I was doing a gig last week, and after the show, these ladies were taking pictures with me, and these ladies were like, "You're so shy," and I'm like, "Yeah, but that's because I'm shy." But you're not like that on stage, and I'm like, "Yeah,
I'm on stage.
Yeah, that's
a different persona.
That's a different persona. This is me." So, bro, when I tell people what I do gang things, bro. That's why we'll be here for too long if I told you everything that I do. So it's hard for me to go, oh, hey, I'm a comedian, I'm a presenter, I'm an actor, and I'm a businessman. I'm a part-time car guy. I'm a this, that. It's too many things, bro.
I find
I'm just a funny guy.
Yeah, I find. I find that, you know, when you talk about the importance of things, if you just put specialist at the end of whatever it is,
finesse.
You're the big dog.
Specialist.
Yeah, so
Camera
I
specialist.
am a content specialist.
Big man.
No, not an influencer. I'm a content specialist.
There we
You know, now you're like, okay, hey, now the person at the bar is gonna turn around and be like, okay, what's going on?
I'm a spiritual specialist.
There we go.
I'm a sangoma.
Yeah.
In other words,
It's all about the thing you add before.
yeah,
You know? Just
yeah.
that thing that says, I'm Dr. Mpho Popps. Ooh.
Yes, but surely, depending on where you are, that does change the description because of all the things you do. Sometimes you just keep it to, I'm sure you'll just keep it to comedy or something.
Yeah, bro. I think in me getting older in my old age, I like keeping it simple, bro. I know people put this importance because people want to use it to determine how they can measure you up.
Yes.
You know, like, oh, what do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Now I can talk to you or whatever. But I find that because I also I host a lot of events, and you'll realize like people with real money, like oaks with real money, they don't want you to read out their bios when you introduce them. And, you know, they don't want to go, oh, and you went to Oxford School and what, and da. They don't care, bro. They just like, yo, just say I'm Mike and then bring me on.
They don't want the limelight.
Most of the time, they want you to roast them, you know, pick on them, have fun with them. But then you go to these other events, and I'm sorry to say, but a lot of the times it's government gigs where everyone wants their whole thing read out.
All protocols observed.
Protocol. And when he was 7 years, he graduated from what technicon school and went on to bruh, no one cares about these long-winded bios.
Yeah, they won't remember, man.
Those are problematic.
Yeah.
So there's this need to feel important because of what you do. For me, honestly, it just bores me, bro. I just like being myself completely. And I think that's what also makes people feel comfortable, because when you're at a certain point in your career or whatnot, when people meet you, they expect you to be this. And then after a while, they're like, oh, it's just a real person like me. Yeah. All these people, dog.
How do you manage that? Because everybody knows you through the screen, right? For example. And they'll know you through the gigs. But now as the fame grows and, you know, everybody starts knowing you, do you not sometimes feel, hey, these guys are expecting high energy, but right now I'm not in that, I'm not right there.
Yeah, bro. I've just learned over the years to be authentically myself, bro. Like this thing of pleasing people. You know, we grew up in the black community. There's this saying, "Abantu bazothini." What are people gonna say? We grew up with that pressure. You know, like you weren't even allowed to go out your house without having Vaseline on your skin. You leave ashes. Yeah. What are people gonna say about our house? Come here. Then your mother puts 5 layers of Vaseline.
Game of Thrones, White Walker.
No, bro. So we
shining.
We put all these societal pressures on ourselves because we're like, what are people gonna say? And I caught myself doing that a couple of times, bro. Like maybe I'll be at home fixing a car or something, and like I'm in like I don't know, tracksuits or overalls or what, and I have to go get something at the shop, and then it'll be like, yeah, hey, what are people gonna say? They see me greasy or what?
Oh, the downfall of Mpho Popps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually, I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
You on a Twitter thread there? They're saying donate to Mpho Popps.
Now I'm there holding my capital. Yeah. Bro, no, no, dog. So at some point, I'm just like, I stopped caring, bro. And we like acting important, a lot of us. Bro, I bumped into the #1 citizen the other day at the Apple store, bro.
No ways.
Uncle Cyril was at the Apple store.
Really?
Bro, I was there. I pulled up to the Apple store in Sandton. There I am in my 325i box-shaped BMW. I'm parked in.
Gucci.
Bro, I'm in my Gucci. As I'm leaving, I see a swarm of black cars pull up. Now they blocked me in, bro. So I'm like, what's going on here?
Hey,
like, relax. Next thing, these 2 black cars pull up. Uncle Cyril jumps out.
P1.
P1. We see each other. We speak for a bit.
How?
He goes into the store.
Wait. You can't just skip that. What do you mean?
Guys, come on.
Uncle
Cyril, come on.
You guys are...
Uncle Cyril.
What did he have to say?
Bro, you know, I've met every single president. I've worked with every single president except Nelson Mandela.
Wow.
So I have the privilege of saying every president, I know every president, and every president knows
you. Wow.
So I saw Uncle Cyril there.
Mpho Popps.
And then he walks in. We have a chat. You know Uncle Cyril, nice guy. Hey, you're looking good. Hey, you're looking good. And then he just walks in to go sort out his iPhone stuff, bro.
Yeah.
If the president can go to the Apple store to go sort out his iCloud storage, who are you?
Can you delete these nudes, please?
I want them gone.
This new Apple gallery. The new Apple gallery is so confusing, bro. He's like, yo, please delete. Imagine you, the technician, that gets Cyril's phone now, right? Yes, he's like, yo.
Now it was,
yo, cupcake.
Hey.
Yo, Ngaga. Yo.
How did Bonang get here?
I don't want to see this.
How crazy is it? Because a lot of people go, because I'm a certain level of fame. You hear people say that all the time. I can't even walk in a mall anymore.
Yeah.
Go to the mall, man.
Yeah, no stories.
Like Nasty C on one of the tracks, a very popular song. He said he doesn't go to sports scene anymore. He gets it delivered to him.
See what I mean?
I'm like, bro, why are you hating on
Uncle
us?
Cyril could have gave someone his phone.
Yeah, simple.
No, he was like,
But that
I'm
just means there was
going there.
valuable content on that phone. When you had to make the trip, when you had to make the trip there, bro.
yeah, with everybody.
With everyone.
Everybody.
The gods were probably there with the Apple guy like, hey, delete. Delete.
Never happened.
Airdrop, you know?
Give us a VIP screen protector, the privacy protector. Yeah, screen, yeah.
you know when the phone's ringing and the wife goes, "Ubalo,"
Yeah.
and now you can see, oh, baddie. He's like, I gotta go to the Apple store right now. I gotta go to the Apple store right now. Tell them this thing is broken.
Have you seen that video of Cyril arriving at it's like a conference, and there's these ladies, they look elderly as well. They walk out and he goes, wow. You guys look beautiful.
Wow.
You guys
Look at you. Is this you?
I thought he was going to say to one of them, can you do a turn, please?
Now that I think about it, he did that to me.
Did he turn?
Oh my word.
Wow.
Did he make you turn?
No, you're not.
I thought he made you spin. I thought it was a good spin.
So he said,
He paid me
wow.
compliments, bro. And then he fixed this. No, he was just, when we spoke, he was just complimenting me. You're doing well. You look good. But now that I think about that video, wow. Yes, wow.
And those ladies were like,
Dog, when the president says you look good, what can you do?
your husband's right
say
there.
thank
You're abusive. You're
When last
abusive.
did you say I look good? Papa Cyril.
Straight. He's got time. Yo.
Bro, talking about Cyril, we've just had State of the Nation this week, right?
Ah, bro, that man captured my heart.
But there was someone there at the intro that was. It seemed like she was giving that introduction. It was in vernacular.
It was a 2000 praise worshipper.
Yes, I heard it.
There.
Yeah, it's good.
And then,
Mic check 1 2 1 3.
we good.
Never needed the
Yeah.
bathroom, never needed a pee.
and then she starts going on, and she's our cupcake. And I was like, what?
Bro.
In Sona, you've just called him cupcake.
Okay, let's discuss this because
okay.
We need to unpack.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I heard it, but I was like, you know what? That ain't bad. I mean, that's how we know him, you know. But obviously, you wouldn't greet the honorable like that. You wouldn't greet the
That's what I'm
honorable.
saying. Imagine doing this in Russian parliament, calling Vladimir Putin Russian roll or something.
Well, what
or
do they
Russian
call him?
roulette.
Russian roulette.
Oh, hey.
Maybe they have a nickname, but
Exactly.
the people like fear him. With Cyril, we're too friendly, bro. Like we don't even know him, but we just too friendly.
Bro, have you seen how Vladimir flies, dog?
Yeah, it's too much.
He flies, his private jet flies in the middle with just him.
You see
And then
now.
he's got 6 fighter jets around him.
Yeah, you see, you can't now
That's
play
big.
around.
That's how this
That's
oak
big.
flies, dog.
Cyril just goes to the Apple store, 12 of his boys.
Cyril, you might find him on the fly affair.
Yeah, see.
Wow. Seatbelts.
Wait,
Wow.
you actually, like, real story, not even a lie. I was flying from Joburg. I used to live here before. Back home to Pietermaritzburg.
Yeah.
So I flew with Airlink.
Yeah.
Cyril wasn't president yet, but he was about to become president. It was that time when they Zuma must go, Zuma must go, Zuma must fall. That time it was hot. Cyril sat in the Airlink flight right at the front, bro. And they fetched him on the tarmac in Pietermaritzburg.
Bro, one of the most down-to-earth people, bro. Like,
so insane.
I had the privilege, and that's how I know Uncle Cyril. I used to do a lot of work with him when he was still Shanduka. So that's where sort of got to meet each other and interact. So I did Shanduka and his school fundraiser where he raises money for schools. I did that also for a couple of years. And bro, honestly, what an amazing down-to-earth man. And he doesn't mind you having funny banter and this and that. And so in the spirit of things, you always, you know, for me, I'll always make time to sort of throw jabs and we have banter. But there's certain things you just don't do at certain places, bro.
You can't. It's State of the Nation.
It's State of the Nation. You can't call number one cupcake or make any cupcake references.
Yo.
Or if you're gonna make fun of someone or make a joke to make light of a moment, you sort of do it in such a way that that person finds it funny too.
Yes.
Right? So if Uncle Cyril laughed at that particular moment, the rest of us would have been like, oh, okay, it's cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But
I
the
saw a
moment he-
smirk. I saw a
Nah,
little bit of
because he was just like, this bitch.
Let me just keep it together.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
keep it together. Wow. Wow.
I think after
But also, I feel like that chick was dead, bro. Someone was like, throw it in the pool.
shy.
Because the praise worship is supposed to be very cultural. Like,
It's Hassan, you know.
What's the mango? What's the avocado? But now, cupcake. Cupcake is not in our ancestral language, dog.
No.
We never baked no cupcakes back in the day.
Straight after America saw that, they were like, let's sanction these guys. Honestly, let's sanction it. It's
No,
done.
but you see, this is what we gotta love about our country, bro. We're free to do stuff like that and get away with it. Like you said, Russia, bro,
not a
you
chance.
and your family would
Missing.
be missing.
Forget.
But now, one thing that really like got me back on like what he said about Trump at Sona was just like, that's what we need, bro. Like, we need a leader who's gonna lead. You know, someone who's not gonna be like, we're not gonna let these O's bully us.
Yeah.
Because that's what Trump is doing, bro. He's bullying us.
A lot of people as well. He's been bullying people.
He's bullying us, bro. So and then Cyril stood up against him, bro. And we're talking about the nicest guy who lets praise worshippers call him cupcake. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let the frivolous things slide. But when I need to stand up for my own, I'm standing up for my own. So
I'm with it.
bro, the way he stood up against Trump,
It's fair.
But that's what I like about our country, man. I mean, we know we've got our situations.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone else from out there starts talking, we're gonna say illa. Yeah. And we'll back him now. You know what I mean? We're gonna just be like, nah, we're also not taking this rubbish.
So
Whatever
we just
on.
saw Drickus go into a press conference this week wearing a Trump t-shirt.
Oh.
And going on and on and on. So I don't know. There seems to obviously be a massive divide in the country, as there always is.
There's always been a divide, but we've always been South Africans. You know what I mean? It's not like it's just Afrikaans people who watch Drickus win.
We love him.
We all love him.
We love him.
I love Drickus. He's a phenomenal human being. Also, got to interact with him. He was a star in the Mars Singer. You know, so dope gent.
And I've heard he's such a warm guy.
He is,
from
bro.
the people who have met him.
He's a warm guy, but I think we all fall victim to this whole propaganda machine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people understand what this whole land reform bill is all about.
Sure.
That's what I was saying.
People are catching stompies. Trump is catching even less of a stompie. Is person that is a representative of South Africa who's feeding him the stompies is a who hasn't been to South Africa himself in how many years, bro?
Uncle Elon.
When last was Elon here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's busy telling him, yeah, bro, hey, you know, they're just taking land.
It's bad.
It's bad. So when someone like, I mean, it's a shot to the chest as South Africans because you go, but I all thought we were South Africans. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I thought we were all South Africans. I don't think we live in an era where we would literally grab land from white farmers or Afrikaners and displace them. That's not the constitution that we have in this country. We don't work like that. And also Trump and them are saying without compensation. Bro, this bill, from what I understand, I'm not the most politically savvy guy, but what I know is that if they identify land that would be of use for the public, they would then make a move on it and compensate those people.
Sure.
Basically going, there's land that's not in use and we could use this land for this and this and this. Bro, I don't know if you've ever been on the road. You could drive for like 20 minutes between this place and you find out one person owns this piece of land and they're doing nothing with it, bro.
Yeah.
It's benefiting the country and the community, nothing.
Yeah.
So you got all these people that control the wealth, they have all the land, but they're not utilizing it, bro. And the government is going, can we take some of these things so that we can actually better the lives of other people?
As it should be.
As it should be. Do you know what I mean? So now what's happening now is a lot of people are pulling together. I heard there's a movement of 50,000 Afrikaans people that are marching it's happening today.
Pretoria.
They're marching to Pretoria, to the embassy, to basically hand Donald Trump a letter to say, hey, brah, we in distress. This is what's happening.
Really? Is
And I
it
saw
getting
that-
to that level?
It's
happening
level,
today,
bro.
bro.
What?
It's at that level, bro. And I saw Trump now issued some other thing. I'm paraphrasing now, but he's basically saying, I was reading it this morning, but he was basically saying they're gonna create some sort of refugee kind of thing
for Afrikaners.
to come to. They can escape to America. And they'll give them asylum.
10 years
and-
time they'll win the rugby World Cup. We
it's
can't
not that
afford.
deep.
We can't
It's
afford.
not
Bro,
that
they're
deep.
making it that deep.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They're making it deep.
And in Trump's thing, he's saying it's because of us sort of going against Israel.
I saw that. I saw that. Didn't Trump also say that he wants to take over that strip? America wants to take over. Yeah.
See what I mean?
Oh, it's crazy.
Relax, we're good here, man. You
We're
know?
good here,
It's
man.
fine. It's nice.
Just relax.
We've got an Afrikaans guy right there tapping the box. Right,
Right there.
behind us.
Right there.
He's right there.
Are you going to leave us for America?
He's already done his interview this morning. Run, man.
Yeah. But all in all, you said something that stuck with me. You've met all the presidents,
Yeah.
right? Other than Nelson Mandela. Who was your favorite president and why?
Obvious.
It starts with a J. Yo. The main man.
Bro,
The main man.
say what you want.
Tell me.
No one has presence like that, man.
Really?
My
Aura.
man.
Your first interaction. Just give it to us.
Aura. Oh, bro. Like, your aura. First interaction. So, I think the first time I met the prez was at a gig. I can't remember what gig I was doing. It was a government gig at the time.
You need to put us in these gigs.
And I got to meet him, got to take a photo with him, but I never got to interact with him. I think when I really got to interact with him was Duduzani's wedding. Right? So with Duduzani's wedding, we did a thing where instead of people coming and saying speeches, we would sit like this. And this was before podcasting was ever a thing. I would sit as the MC and I'd interview whoever was coming to say a few words about him.
I
And
see.
that's how we'd find out. So obviously we were in Zimbali. Then we went to Nkandla afterwards. So that's when I got to interact with the prez. And bro, this man, I'm usually the guy who's just like giving it, chirping, making jokes. Bro, he was giving back, bro. I was making fun of this. He was making fun of my hairstyle. Bro, that man is, and he's like, you know that concept of ubaba, like he feels like a dad, bro. So he'll go from you guys joking around to dropping pearls of wisdom. You know, he's the reason why I got married.
Sure.
Because he's like you can see someone who's not married. You can see that things in their life and they're not right.
They're not straight.
He said, there's a difference between a guy who's just floating about in life and someone who's intentional about building a home. And there's a lot of things that man has said to me that have stuck with me. But I've gotten to interact with him on so many different levels. You know, the saddest one being Vusi's funeral as well. So, unfortunately, Duduzani's little brother Vusi passed away. And, bro, the family were like, can you MC the funeral? I was like, guys, no. What do you mean? No. And it was probably like, bro, it's the hardest, best gig I've ever done in my life. Right? Because it meant so much to me, right? And it was also intentional because Vusi was a young man and he needed a send-off fitting for a young person. And I was just like, how am I going to pull this off, you know? And I don't know how I did it. And this is how I know I serve a living God. But bro, it was one of those send-offs where there was not a single tear in the Reward Rema. Because I was able to use the vehicle of humor to sort of help celebrate Vusi's life rather than it being a somber moment. So it just like, it was, yeah, bro. And again, that was my other interaction with Ubaba.
I remember on one of your chats with MacG and Sol, you did say that you had come from a funeral, emceeing a funeral, and then you had another corporate gig to do, and you just had to keep going with the motions.
Yeah.
So was that the one?
No, that wasn't
So
the
you've
one,
done
bro.
more than
That was his
one.
friend's. His friend's.
That was like my friend's
yes, that
funeral.
was the friend's,
yeah, that was
yes.
a friend's funeral, and then I just had to go, bro. Like, yeah, I had to go, and that's why when I talk to a lot of people about, like, you know, people always base everything that they do on like, I didn't feel like it, or I wasn't in the mood. It's just like, bro, the world needs you to be a certain way, and that's part of being a man, bro.
Yeah.
Being a man is understanding that, hey, bro, it doesn't matter what's happening in my life. When I have to deliver, I gotta deliver, bro.
I get you.
I have to deliver, bro. Doesn't matter what the temperature is, doesn't matter what's happening in my life. When you step out on that stage, and I mean, this can be, you can apply this to whatever it is you do. But when I step out on that stage, all those people sitting there, they don't know that I come from a funeral. You know, they don't know that this is what I'm going through. They don't know if I'm going through a breakup or a heartbreak or not. They're there for a show, bro. You know,
They want their money.
They've paid their tickets.
Yeah.
They got done. They put roll-on lotion, put on their best outfit. They brought someone out on a date. They are using this as a vehicle to maybe score later. There's a lot riding on you delivering. So deliver, bro. You know?
But you're there to work as well. So by your side, you're like, hey, even if you're working at a corporate, things might be tough. You gotta do what you gotta do as a man. You gotta provide and protect.
Can't come there with wounded gazelle mentality all the time. Oh, I'm going through
But
this.
eventually, it obviously paid its toll on your body and your physical and mental well-being.
It does. You know what I think plays its toll on all of that, bro, is not having routine and balance. So you've had corporate life, right?
Yeah,
and you realize how structured corporate is. It makes sense. You wake up at this time, you go to work at this time, you're off at this time, you rest at this time, you eat between these hours. When you're in entertainment, bro, and especially when you're just an entrepreneur, all of that ceases to exist.
Gone.
Don't even know what day it is.
Bro, you don't know what day it is.
Today's a Monday.
You eat where you can. You eat when you can. You eat what you can. Especially with us in entertainment, you realize that part and parcel of entertainment is everything that comes with it: girls, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, right? It's always there. And with us in entertainment, you work at night. So a lot of the times you find yourself, I'm going to do a gig, I'll drink. Even if you had rules, like I always had a rule, I'd never jump on stage drunk. So I'd never drink before going on stage. But after the gig, you're there, you're having drinks, you're having shooters.
Next day.
You're gigging every day, bro.
I get you.
So now you're drinking every day. Do you know what I mean? When you're drinking, you make bad decisions. Now you're ending up here. So you don't have a balance, bro. You're not exercising. You're not eating right. You're spending most of your time in recovery mode. You still have to deliver. So then not having that balance and that structure, it broke me, bro. It broke me. And then when you couple that with whatever emotional thing you're going through, bro. Sends you. Now dealing with all of that, then heartbreak. Yo.
That's a different kind of
heartbreak.
That's a different kind of story there.
Yeah. Heartbreak is another thing. When you can't eat.
You can't eat.
You can't
bruh. You can't listen. Have you ever had heartbreak so bad you can't listen to music?
Yes.
Because every song ties back.
Yeah.
And every time you jump in the car, the worst song plays. It's just Murphy's Law, Adele. Someone like you. You're like, yo, bro.
Now you're there
fuck, bro?
on the N1 in traffic.
What's going
crying
on?
by yourself.
Yo, God is like, hey,
People in
bad.
other cars, are you okay? Are you
Car God's giving you a 2-bob. Car God's like, hey, bro, take this, bro. You take this.
Yeah. Imagine being hugged by a car guard, feeling a bib on you. Hard and hard boy.
Yo, when did you, because you mentioned even that you also had to take a breather, hit the rehab. When did you do that, and how was it, man?
Funny enough, I did it around this time, like end of Feb 3 years ago. And that was a long time.
Post-COVID.
Yeah. It was a long time coming, bro. I think I was going through the most, bro. I was going through gang things, right? So again, post-COVID, coming out of that trauma of like, yo, our lives nearly ended and there was no work and we had to restructure and redo things. Bro, I remember we had to pivot from doing normal gigs to online, right? And I started doing a lot of shows online. And I was never ready to do that kind of stuff. But you know, when you work with people that that care about you, that worry about your well-being, you know, and look, I want to send a big shout out to, you know, we see corporates as these brands, but we forget that there are actual people who
behind the brand,
who are behind the brand, who care about you know, who care about you a lot. So that's why, like Standard Bank, you know, Jackie O'Sullivan from MTN, when all of this was happening, bro, they reached out to me and they were like,
how can we
What do you need?
are you okay? What do you need? What if we do this thing online? And then you do what you were always doing, but we structured that you do it over Teams meeting or Zoom or whatnot. And hence that gave birth to like the online space, you know? So doing that, realizing I had to restructure how I did things. Bro, and I won't lie to you, the first 4 or 5 online gigs I did were I died, bro. I died horribly. They were horrible until I caught the rhythm and I finally understood. But you come out of that whole depressive thing, right? And I also went through financial trauma. So
What is that?
Financial trauma is realizing that you owe SARS more than you thought you owed them. Yes, Papa. And also realizing that you were working with people who weren't honest about finances. You know, it's like,
I see.
It's like finding out that this man's been hiding money from you,
Yeah.
or spending money in different areas without your knowledge,
Yeah.
and then leaving you with a hefty tax bill because of the financial decisions he's made, and then disappearing.
Sure.
So the one person you thought you could trust the most backstabs you and leaves you with like a astronomical bill with SARS. So what that does, right? Because I'm a person, I don't believe in carrying a lot of debt. Like there's good debt and bad debt, right? You know, like business debt is good because you understand what you're doing, but just like owing, you know, for me, things that are mine, I'd rather buy them. I'll never go into debt over a pair of shoes or the second-hand vehicle or whatever. But like, here I was now, bro, I am coming out of COVID. I'm in financial ruin. The person I thought I could trust the most has backstabbed me.
What do you call that oak and say, oh, Brazo, what's happened here?
Bro, you make peace because it's the last person you ever thought would ever do that to you. That's what hurts the most, right?
Yeah, man.
It's like being cheated on. It's like being cheated, especially as a guy.
Hey, guy.
No offense, ladies.
that's
I know it
another
hurts
thing.
both ways, but as a guy,
it's
finding
ego
out,
break.
ego break, bro.
Yo. Yeah, okay.
Because that's the one part you thought, no matter what, this is my girl.
Yeah.
So it's the same feeling, right? So what I ended up doing, bro, is I went into this like, and you know when SARS hits you with that thing, they tell you, hey, you've got 12 months to sort this thing out. Hey, I must deal with the 7-figure in 12 months.
At the same time, you Mpho Popps,
Right?
you know? Because you know that if this goes out, oh, the man owes 7 million rand, then it's another ndaba.
It's a story.
So what I started doing, bro, is I started working relentlessly. There was a period in my life, I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021, where I did any and everything.
Wow.
Anything I could do, gig-wise, TV. Bro, I was hosting a TV show about marriage. I wasn't even married at the time. Bro, whatever came on my table, I did it. And financial trauma is like, you'd wake up every day and be like, yo, okay.
What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? I still owe this much. I still got panic mode. And it made me work relentlessly, bro. Like it put me into this weird like beast mode. Work. I managed to recover all of that with less than a year.
Wow.
I think 7-8 months. I had hit the target. SARS was paid off. I was fine, but I couldn't switch out of it.
You're on it now.
Still there.
Yeah.
It's on it. And it also came at the cost of the relationship that I was with at the time. So not being able to snap out of it, still been going through that stuff. Then again, the heavy drinking and the partying and the whatnot. Then the heartbreak came, my boy. Hey.
It knows when to come as well.
Hey.
It chooses the time perfectly.
Bro, I was dismantled. I remember I was hosting New Year's at Sun City and I was going through it, bro. Like I was walking, you know, like old school celebrities. I was walking in Sun City with those big sunglasses. You'd meet people in the passage. They want to take, the Somizis. I was rocking the Somizis, my boy. When you just see nostril and lips. I was rocking the Somizis, dog. But I was crying under those things, dog.
Yes, dude.
I was broken, but I still had to go and host this thing for 3,000 people, big show, whatnot. But I'd be walking the corridors, taking pictures with people. Then I go to my room, and you know, you got those blackout curtains, and I'd sit on the floor and I'd chunk, bro, like badly. Really? I was going through it. After that, bro, I was just like a certain level of numb that I can't describe. Like I kept waking up every day feeling more tired than the day before. And I just didn't have the urge to do nothing, bro. Like
that's depression now, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
highest level. Pull up to gigs. I didn't want to be there. I wouldn't deliver. I was just, and you know, it's the crazy thing about being good at what you do. You also know how to mask what you're going through. So you can go, you'll do the thing. People are like, oh, you were awesome, but you know you were horrible. You know your stand. You're like, that's not me. So after some time, I was like, I can't keep living like this, bro. So I found a place called White River Manor in Nelspruit in White River. And I handed myself in like a prisoner, bro. I checked myself in. I was just like, yo, I think I need a week or two to just get my mind right. And then they were like, what's wrong? They sent us a letter, what. So we did the whole process and they were like, you might need 30 days.
Really?
And I was like, yo, but I can't afford 30 days. I've got work lined up. I got this. I had a road show that I was meant to do. It was a lot of money that I was meant to make. And these people are like, it's either you do this way or you don't do it at all. And I was like, okay, fine, it's fine, I'll come. And I remember just, you're just thinking all the money you're losing. I've handed myself in. This is the most vulnerable I've been. You get there, bro. They're opening your suitcases. They're searching you.
You're not thinking, Bazotina Bantu.
Obviously, you're thinking, what are people going to say, bro?
You know that one. Did they?
No, man.
Jeez Louise.
But they search. They do a thorough search on everything. But then you check in, bro. And to this day, I say that is the biggest investment. Those 30 days are the biggest investment I've ever made in my life. Ever, bro. Ever.
When it comes to rehabilitation, you obviously, okay, I'll tell you why I'm asking, so when you give me the answer you understand my context. A lot of people, they shy away from it. Especially men, when it comes to rehabilitation, you're thinking, oh my God.
Way it's admitting that you're weak.
Exactly.
That's why we shy away from it.
And sometimes if someone says rehab, then there's some sort of crazy addiction you might have or whatever. My question is, when you go through this, like, make it sound like a nice place for us to want to check into. Like, what happens?
Bro, it is a nice place to check in. Oh, yo, dude, if you have the time and you have the bucks, go to White River Manor, right? I think we have an image of rehab. When we think rehab, we think straight jackets.
Yes,
and
that's
people
what I'm
walking
thinking.
around. It's not that.
Shutter Island stuff, like,
dog. No, bro. So, again, please check out White River Manor. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's number 6 or number 8 in the world, one of the best rehabilitation centers. you are in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like, beautiful lush gardens. You get to stay in your own villa, you know. You have meals that are prepared for you every day. You get to pick and choose what you're going to eat the next day. You get all these selections and whatnot.
Cell phone?
And
Cell phone?
so it's designed for business people. It's designed for people. So you can choose. If you want them to keep your cell phone and your laptop and whatever, you can hand them over. But if you need them because you need to still do work and whatever, it's fine. They'll hand them to you. But when you're there, bro, like there's a full-on spa there.
Wow.
So you can have massages, facials, do all of your stuff. But then there's also all forms of therapy that are available.
Okay.
So there's your one-on-ones, right? Your one-on-one therapy sessions with individual therapists that cater to whatever your needs are, occupational therapy, whatever type of therapy. I even did this one type of therapy called equine therapy, where you do therapy with horses.
Horses, yeah.
Bro. So when I went there, I was just like, I'm here to get better. So I'm going to open up my world and do whatever there is there. You know what I mean? So I did all the group therapy. I did all the individual therapy.
What's group therapy like, man?
Group therapy is amazing, bro. You start realizing that it doesn't matter who you... Because also, so White River is obviously like a really dope rehab center. And most of the people that are there are internationals. So a lot of internationals actually fly in. Then they fly into the Kruger, you know, the Nelspruit Airport. And then they send like a V-Class to come pick you up, dark tinted, and then you get there. So a lot of international people, a lot of accomplished people, dog. Like I'm talking some of the wealthiest people in the world go there. And then you realize...
We're all the same.
We're all the same, bro. We're all the same. And I think for me, what was important about me actually even going to a place like White River is... I stopped being Mpho Popps for 30 days. I was me again, bro. You know, no one knew who I was. No one cared about who I was. I was probably the youngest and the darkest guy there. You know what I mean? So it put me in a place where I made genuine connections with people based on character, based on what we were going through. And I just got to reset, bro. I got to be away from the whole... What are people gonna say? How do I look? Where am I going? What am I doing? And I would highly recommend that place, bro, because it felt like the holiday I always needed but never got.
Wow.
A lot of the times people think, let me go to Cape Town for 2 weeks. You're not on holiday, bro. You're there. As soon as you're there, you're meeting up with Oaks that you know, you're having dinner, you're doing the same things you're doing here, just in a different place. But that place, I got to focus on myself, bro. That place is gorgeous. And besides all of that, so what they also teach you is how to rewire certain habits, right? So besides all the therapy and the group therapy and all of that kind of stuff, they also expose you to other activities. So you go hiking, you go mountain biking, you go skydiving, swing things. So, because it's also, you're supposed to rewire your brain, right? The reason why you're addicted to alcohol or sex or drugs or whatever is because of your dopamine hits. So cocaine gives you a 10, let's say, on the dopamine chart. But then something like going for a walk gives you 2. While having a jog or going to the gym gives you 3 or 5. So they just teach you how to like fill your time and redirect your energy into doing other things that can fill up your dopamine. But yeah, group therapy is hard. And like I said, I exposed myself to all forms of group therapy, like sex addiction. So we went to all of that. But I didn't realize...
What was that? What was the therapy for that though?
So sex addiction is like for like people who struggle with what, you know, there's gang forms of like sex addiction. There's porn, there's actual sex, there's jerking off, there's all these things. But again, and that one was done online. So you're in the online community of people while you're there. But then you realize it requires the same kind of care as normal therapy. You know, like Alcoholics Anonymous. You have like a sponsor.
Yeah, okay.
How you must account for each other.
Yeah. I'm busy thinking about this. Like,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Because in Alcoholics Anonymous, there's a guy who's just like, yo, bro, if you ever feel the need to drink, phone me. Hey, Pops, it's Josh here. Listen, bro, I've got this Heineken in my hand. Hey, Doc,
Don't do it. Wait
Don't
for
do
me.
it. Wait for me. I'm on my same thing.
I'm right about to.
Brother, laptop's open. Vaseline's warm. What?
Don't do it.
Don't
Wait
do it.
for me.
I'm on my way. Which site have you got open? X videos.
P.
Which category you on?
You see now.
I'm on my way.
Latina.
But maybe that's also why it's online.
Latina. Why is everybody showing me? I knew you were weak from the moment I saw you. I said I got the same condition, but
You see now. This is the problem, Mpho. This is the problem now. Because now, is that why it was online as well? Just so O's don't
multitask.
No, the reason why it was online is because not everyone who's in the rehab was doing it. So it was a community of people that actually meet up.
Was it?
And the nice thing about that kind of stuff, bro, is it's accountability, right? And you don't do those things because you're perfect. You do those things because you have a platform to go, Ish guys, I slipped up. Or this happened. I slipped in.
Hey, I'm wondering.
But then you have a group of people who know how to counsel you. And then you also get inspiration from guys who have like hectic stories. Like, yo, bro, it's been 2 years. I have not touched myself. I haven't touched a woman. I haven't. So, and that's also like another hectic topic that we also shy away from, which is sexual addiction. It's gang forms, bro. It's not just you addicted to having sex. It's masturbation, it's porn, it's sex. Some people it's prostitution, some people it's layers to it, bro.
Yeah.
It's multi-layered.
Really?
Right? And it's one of those things we don't pay attention to because it's not alcohol, it's not drugs, it's not something you can physically buy, see, get arrested because you had 5 grams of sex in the
Like
car.
weed was so much better when it was illegal.
Right? Now that it's legal, it's so pop.
It's like, why do you do that?
It's lost its...
It's lost its flavor.
Before it was like, hey, bro, he has this thing. Yeah.
But you know what, boys? I'll be honest with you. Those 30 days helped me rewire, and I think that's why I started taking things like fitness more seriously.
Yeah.
Things like prayer meditation more seriously because I realized there's a simple formula, dog. Routine, because that's also what I learned, right? Because I would eat meals at the same time every day. I was never used something as simple as that, bro. I was never used to eating meals at the same times every day. So in rehab, you had to eat breakfast at this time. You had to eat at this lunch at this time. You had to eat dinner at this time. And I also started realizing the more I exercised, the more I prayed, the more I didn't need to do the things that I was doing. And yeah, bro, since then,
amazing.
Yeah, I think end of Feb will be my 3rd year sober and clean.
Wow, I'm on my 2nd year. Mpho, where do you think you would have ended up if you hadn't gone?
I'd be dead, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Hectic, bro.
I'd be dead. I had so many nights because I'm an extremist, bro. I'm an extremist, and I think it comes with that inner people pleaser, whatnot. I'm the type of guy, if we're out drinking, bro, I'm buying the drinks. I'm still that guy, even though I don't drink. But I'm buying the drinks, I'm drinking and the party doesn't end now. We're going to the next spot, and the next spot, and then the last spot.
You that guy at 5 a.m. Guys waiting too late. You're like,
I'm
bro,
that guy.
we've got a family.
Bro, I've woken up so many times at home, and I've just been like, how did I get home? And then you look outside. You know, the first thing you wake up, you go look at the car, bro.
Yeah,
to make sure it's fine.
Yeah, you go check all the bumpers. You
There's
check.
no blood.
The last memory I had, we were at 3rd place together, or we were at so and so together. That's the last memory I have. How did I get here? There was a time they were looking for me, bro. I still stayed in Newtown at the time. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she was phoning everyone looking for me, bro. I was in the basement. I pulled in. As soon as I pulled in, I opened the windows, reclined the seat, slept. I don't remember driving. I think I drove back from Tembisa. Oh, I was doing a gig in Tembisa. Nothing.
Just burnt out.
Don't remember. So I've had instances like that, bro. I've had instances where you're fatigued, you've had drinks or what. I did a gig the one time in the Val, and I thought I could just hit it and come back because I had a gig the next day. At some point, bro, I was falling asleep while I was driving, so I decided to pull up on the side of the highway, recline my seat and sleep. Next thing I know, blue lights, bro. Cops are here. Like, what are you doing here? So I'm checking. Yo, I'm gonna get arrested. Yo, sleeping in the middle of nowhere. I've had a couple of drinks. And then the cops are like, what are you doing here? Do you realize where you are? So then they show me like these squatter shacks that I've pulled out. They're like, this is the most dangerous area. This is where they throw things in the highway. And
it's a Jigga Joel situation there.
That cop was like, hey, move, bro.
Yeah.
He wasn't interested that he's just like, leave, fine now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's crazy now that when I talk to a lot of like my friends and people who I didn't necessarily grow up doing the things that I did with, but when we talk about like the things that we've survived.
Yeah, like God had his hand on your life.
Bro.
Yeah.
God always had his hand on my life, bro. You know that phrase, Jesus take the wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm testament of that,
Wow.
bro. The things that I've survived, bro, I think my luck was running out. So for me to be where I am today is a privilege and
amazing.
a blessing, bro. So you ask, where would I have been had I just carried on? Bro, I'd probably be dead by now.
So you would say that was like one of your major turning points in your
Career.
and your journey.
There was?
Yeah.
Because you propelled significantly.
Yeah.
And the recipe is obvious, bro.
Very simple, bro. Like very, very simple. Like if you just focus on if you've been privileged enough to find the thing that you're meant to do in life and focus on that, bro, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You were there wearing suits.
3 days.
Shirts from Markham's. Now look at you.
Slim fit.
Huh? Look at you.
Malcolm's
You have an
never got my
Afrikaans
cuts.
person working for you.
Working.
Sponsored by Red Bull.
Amen.
Red Bull. It gives you wings with lots of eyes in between. Don't think you can fly. Red Bull, proud sponsor of the Load Shed podcast. Look at that. You found your purpose. You found your path.
Found your why.
You found your why, bro. And just focus on that, bro. Like that. Honestly speaking, I didn't realize that's what I needed for me to grow. I remember I used to write this on my notepad all the time. I'm tired of being good. I want to be great. I didn't even know there was a book called From Good to Great. It's a fantastic book. You must read it. But I used to write that all the time. And I think when I started stepping into my greatness was when I started letting go of all the things that were weighing me down.
Wow.
And those are habits, old habits.
It's the habits,
It's the
and
habits,
also the breakups.
Yeah.
And also,
But as a result of habits.
yeah.
Those people that broke up with you, who were they in your life? You know, what kind of people were they? Were they people that were adding? Were they building?
Yeah.
Were those the people you were meant to start and build an
Yeah.
empire with or create a life with? A lot of relationships, and I'm not just talking about like your partner, even the friends that you kept at the time. A lot of those relationships weren't based on solid foundations that were instrumental in bringing you here in your life. You know what I mean? So it's like you also got to choose. You also got to realize the difference between who your friends are and your drinking buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
very important, bro. Because all those elements keep weighing you down and they hold you back from achieving your greatness.
Yo, you just sparked something in my head there. I remember a friend of mine giving me a chat saying, he was struggling and he said to God, God, remove what's holding me down in this life. Woke up the next day, his girl left him, his car got stolen.
You see? And it was a VW.
That's what's holding me down.
Oh my
It was a VW, and how he got that girl is because of that VW.
Yo.
He said he
They
had a
must
clean
all go,
slate.
bruh.
Clean slate, both gone.
Both gone.
Sure, gone.
How's he doing now?
He's fresh, bro.
You see what I mean?
He's propelling. He's got wings. He's got wings. He's got wings.
The same wings we have here at the Load Shed podcast.
You know, just talking about friends and things like that, and I watched the podcast he did with Mac and Soul, and you spoke about some crowd work you had done, and there was an Indian guy there you keep picking on. He's like, "You'll never be Trevor Noah. You'll never be Trevor Noah."
You will never be Trevor Noah guy.
So I always wanted to go into comedy. I always told you this.
Yeah, man.
I love comedy, right? And I got asked by a family friend to host a wedding. And I said, cool.
This is how it begins.
I said, cool, let me do the wedding. That's how it began and ended, though. Because it was an Indian wedding.
Oh my goodness.
So I said, cool, got in there, addressed everyone, reception, everyone's looking great. Cool. I said, I need to do some crowd work here. This is KZN as well. Brother, there was this guy who walked in with an orange tuxedo. Have you ever seen that in your life? It was orange. And then and he walked in 30 minutes late. So I said to everyone, guys, can we put our hands together for the Oros man? He just arrived.
Gosh.
I just saw his face. He sat down. Every time I spoke, he just looked at me. I said, cool, this must be chilled. It's relaxed. You know, it's fine.
I'll catch you later, brother.
It was, she just stayed. Yeah. None of that shouting, none of that screaming. Gig finished. I'm happy. Everybody's like, whoa, you're amazing. Cool. I leave the venue. As I'm walking out, yeah. These boys said, jam me, him and his squad, right there. Oros man, me against the wall.
Orange is the new play.
Oros man's got me there. He's like, yeah, funny guy, huh? Funny. All of them there, bro. This whole thing broke out because now my guys came out as well. This whole thing broke out. Wedding ruined, bro. Groom there, fighting, tears, punches.
MC ruined the wedding.
Disaster. I retired same day.
This is why I hate weddings.
Crowd work is a liability.
No, so I have a general rule, right? And it's so hard for me to explain it to people as well. People and friends. I hate doing weddings. Bro, the worst gig you can do is a wedding. Never runs on time.
Never.
Right? Most of the time when people ask you to do their wedding, it's not people you know well.
That's true.
If you're my boy, if we're friends, if we get, yes, I can do your wedding because I know your mom, I know your dad, I know your family.
I know how we met, you know.
You know, like there's anecdotes I can give throughout the wedding. Now I'm a stranger at your big day.
Yeah.
Now, as a performer, as a comedian, I'm used to being the center of attention. A wedding, you are not the center of attention.
Yeah. You second.
You second, you third.
Yeah.
On top of that, the audience at a wedding ranges from 0 to 99.
Ages.
Right? Most of that's ages. Yeah. Most of the time, it's two families coming together. Sometimes those families aren't too happy with each other. There's drama.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah.
There was beef I didn't smell.
Yeah.
Now the guy I picked on was the bride's problematic brother.
You see? Bro, I got threatened the last wedding I did. I got threatened by an uncle who'd just come out of prison.
Oh my goodness.
Because no one put him on the program. I mean, this dude didn't even come dressed in like the formal attire. He came dressed like
Orange.
He was going to an after tears. No. Orange trauma. Bro, this guy, he kept coming, he was drunk. He kept coming to me, oh yeah, let me jump on it. I'm like, bro, no, this is not, you're not in the program. Hey, I'm the uncle. I raised her. Yeah, but you're not in the program. So I'm like, hey, there's this drunk guy. Hey, that's P. Don't let him. Hey, don't. Hey, my guy, I'm on next. Otherwise.
Yo.
But uncle, you just came out.
I'm being threatened at a wedding, yo. Just because someone wants to come say a speech. Now I'm just like, no, bro. And that's what weddings are like, bro. So now, as an MC at a wedding, also no one gives you that MC respect. At a corporate function, people, that's the MC. That's the guy that's
he's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, brilliant.
Only one person talks to you.
Yeah.
At a wedding,
Everyone
old lady will come.
party.
Sorry, Papa, please announce there's an earring missing.
Yeah, there's a car blocking NP537.
No, bro. So weddings, I understand, bro. They're very personal. You killed it, right? You had a dope time.
Your
as
dope
the MC.
time. I thought I was the guy.
Then it ended badly.
Terribly.
Now, because of that, that's the thing now. That's the
one thing.
That's the stain you've now attached to your budding career.
People say to me, do you want to? I said no.
No, so now start doing other things now.
Yeah.
Right? So start doing birthdays.
Yeah.
Start doing like gatherings, whatever. Even if it's like a small gathering, like you guys decide to do a lunch with the mates and there's like maybe 15, 20 of you. Host that shit, bro.
Yeah, I get you.
You're there at a restaurant, you're just like, yo, guys, it's been long since we saw each other. I'm gonna pass it around the table. let's just share with us what you've been up to. This. Just learn to control that kind of environment, and then you work on your crowd work, Brian. And here and there you insert.
Hey, but in case of them crowd work is a risk, we must have a life policy there in case of them to do crowd work.
No, but it's a comedic license, bro. I think once people start understanding that, that's
Josh the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you start getting away with stuff. And remember, it must be tasteful, right? So this guy obviously is in an orange suit. He doesn't know who you are. He walks in late. He's already feeling some type of way for being late.
Yeah.
He knows the family is gonna chirp him for being late. So already he's holding that thing. There's Joshy there. Hey, orange is the new black. Sure, lick next man. Nigga, next.
But I didn't think. I thought it was a joke the whole time, and I that was not the first time I went at him.
Yeah, no, he's got to be very careful, until people know him as Josh the comedian.
Yeah.
He's got to watch his mouth. Sometimes, eh?
Yeah, and also your problem, you see, you've got the Trevor Noah problem. You're a good-looking comedian.
Yeah. And
so now when you're good-looking and you're making fun of us, we go, he thinks he's better than us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's also very
As a comedian,
friendly.
you must be funny-looking.
Funny, you must.
So it's like,
You can't be handsome, my friend. You got to pick a struggle now. You can't look
Maybe
good.
I've become the first mask comedian.
Yeah, you can't look good and
Rocking a mask there.
Slide a scar, man.
Just a quick.
Just
But Mpho, sorry, you talk about your emceeing. One of the guys I worked with, they were a videographer in one of the things you were emceeing. But apparently you killed it in such a way that he said that there was something that didn't go according to plan. I don't know if it was time or people not arriving. I can't remember what he was referring to exactly. But you held it. And then you just went in and you still could do like a comedic set there.
yeah.
Dude, that must cost a lot of money.
Bro, you must be able to think on your feet also as a performer.
That's
right?
why you wear Jordans.
Exactly.
Think on your feet.
Gotta think on
You
your feet.
gotta think on your feet.
man.
Do you understand? You need to be on the air, but on the
Ready to
ground.
roll.
Yeah.
That's why you have wings
Oh my
and
goodness.
Air Jordans.
You see,
You've
got a problem here.
Yeah, those
Here we go.
Those look like two old bean bags. What are those, man?
Those look
These
like
are
you
Pumas.
came with the 4 trackers down in
These
the
are
wagon.
Those look like the
boy.
scones you get before the funeral. You know?
Okay,
Those are
I'm gonna.
morning scones. Those are for the morning.
These are the ones that your wife found on special because they had one size 7 left. Then you were like, yeah, let's take them. We have
Hey.
You didn't buy these.
to. You
man.
didn't buy them.
No, I did buy these.
Did you? So
Guys,
you looked
so
them in the
you
eye and you
chose them.
said,
Self.
Oh, they went for 750 rand.
yeah, you see that?
It was a
You see that?
special.
The last thing, he took it off the mannequin. They've been on the mannequin for 8 years. He took it off the mannequin. Straight off the mannequin.
Next episode, I've got Jordans.
Yo.
Watch the space.
And you can see, I can tell from those shoes you drive a manual car.
You get the creases. And sometimes when you get to gym, if you forgot your shoes, you're just like, I have got them.
And no one's gonna be like, "Wow, you gymming in those?" They understand. They're like, "Oh, we get it."
You've got an arch problem.
Okay, I do drive a manual car. I do. What the hell?
I wish we could get the creases on these things.
How do you tell with these?
The creases, bro.
Oh,
The front looked like they were in an abusive relationship.
Guys, what's the point of having shoes if you don't crease them?
Bro, I'm not. These shoes are like
Aye,
3-4 years old, bro. No crease.
You guys are taking this shoe
No
thing
crease.
seriously.
You don't crease. You don't
You
drive.
don't crease, bro.
It's fine. I've got Crocs as well.
Yo,
2 pairs.
yo.
I've got 2 pairs of Crocs.
That's no. We need to send
That's
this
a
guy.
slipper with aircon.
He
for your
needs to
toes.
go to White Village. What's it called?
I've
White.
never
They
owned
need
a
to
Croc in
sort
my
these
life.
shoe
When you
condition
guys
out.
get your arthritis 50 years from now on your ankles.
Michael Jordan has made shoes for old people.
He
He
has,
just
he
released them.
has.
Thanks.
No, but they also
Because
Croc
he
look
knows we
alike.
are growing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I need to
At
up my
least a
shoe
pair
game.
of dunks. At least.
What are those? The ones with no ankles.
The half ones, the skater ones. They look like those.
Are they comfortable though?
If you're wearing those, don't ask about being comfortable because those offer nothing.
You're wearing 2 beanbags, right?
Those offer you're not looking for comfort in shoes.
Bro,
if you're
these are
wearing
comfy.
those, bro.
These are comfy.
You
That's
know
why
what?
I wear the
I'll actually go with him there. I got a couple of Pumas. I used to, funny enough, I used to be sponsored by Puma back in the
there
days.
you go.
They flipping comfortable.
Yeah,
bro.
but like the
Comfortable.
system
They're
runners,
cushioning.
those ones.
Yeah.
Like these are just
No, these ones are for homies.
they make it from offcuts.
These are the Vorsos.
It's like those Nikes. You find certain Nikes at Sports Scene, and then you find certain Nikes at Edgar's home. You know, those Edgar stores.
No, it's from the offcuts. We had a few Jordan materials left, and then
I'm gonna speak to Dr. Tony. He's gonna hook me up.
what meat is it? Oh, you know Dr. Tony.
Dr. Tony, bro.
Donnie was my doctor when I lived here.
Yeah, we had him on the
Donnie
pod
is
as well.
still my doctor.
He's still that's the
I
guy.
live 50 minutes away from
And
him.
he's got
But
different types of these. He's a sneakerhead
When
too.
we just started, he tried to hook us up. Like when we just started this podcast thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was us, bro.
No, we didn't have the facilities.
We didn't
yet,
have the
big man. No, but
facilities
thank
for
you.
that, though.
And we didn't have Red Bull.
Of course.
We didn't have
We
wings.
didn't have that. We didn't have that. Hey, that time we were drinking. What's that bad drink? Kui. We were drinking Kui.
Kui.
Hey, but Kui was slapping, eh? The purple one and the ginger beer. That one you taste the ginger.
Yeah, no, that one's it's got the queta.
If you have COVID and you drink that ginger one,
you fine.
Cured. That was the cure to COVID.
But bro, like you were saying about the MC thing, dog. When you finally find the thing that you're good at and you step into your greatness, right? You start realizing, and this is also part of the whole thing we were talking about earlier about like being a prima donna or acting a certain way because you're whatnot. Bro, 8 out of 10 things that you do are going to be a disaster. Someone's going to run late. Someone's going to forget this.
Yeah.
Lights are going to cut off you have to learn to, and this goes for any sort of field in life. You have to learn to fail forward, bro. And I can't show the rest of the people who are there, the audience, the crowd, that something has gone wrong. You know what I mean? The show must go on.
That's why they want you at the weddings, though.
It's like parenting, bro. Like you're a parent now, you're a husband now. You realize what your parents had to go through, and then you realize all those struggles that your parents went through. Not once did they come to you and go, and you know now this is happening to me, and I don't have money for this, and you're busy asking me for this, and this happened. I don't know how I'm gonna pay. They didn't do that.
Brown parents are very vocal with that, eh? They do communicate that one.
Brown parents only communicate that when you are unrealistic as a child.
Oh yeah. Why didn't I
Or
get
when,
the R
or when they're
line?
hitting you. I'm busy paying 4,000 a month at this school where now you are playing in syllables.
That's PTSD, bro. You know that.
It's to hit us in syllables.
They hit you in
bro.
syllables. They hit you. You don't want to go to church. Hey.
So, I'm stupid.
Once I stopped my mom from hitting me, I said, yeah, grab the hand.
That was the last time, né? They beat the cuck out of you,
My
but that was
father
the last
came back
time.
to hit me because I assaulted my mom. That was the charge. That was the charge.
Bruh, the worst I got, my mom. I'll never forget, bro. The school said they're gonna phone my mom, and when I got home, it was still landline days. So when I got home, I checked the temperature, I checked, oh, we're still fine. She greeted me normal, hi. I was like, they clearly have not called. Bro, I had lunch.
Safe.
Did my things. Ran a bath around 5:30, 6. Got into the bathtub. Safe. Bro. Few minutes into the bath, the door opened. Mom walked in. And you know when you're like, oh, mama, hey, mom. She closed the door. She said, wait, Fatuk. Why? You in the bath.
That's how you're trying to hide the
You
thing.
started like this. Now you must block yourself. Now you're being hit. Them lagas moving around. Mama. Bro, you know the bath is like this. So you're slipping, falling, hitting your head. Bro, she doesn't care that you're falling. Hey, she beat me, bro.
Yo.
She let go of the vast lap. It became first.
Yo.
It
went in.
Yeah.
I
She beat me.
I love how she marinated, you know. I'm telling him, toy.
Yeah.
Just let him chill.
The level
You must have
of
been like
evil.
relaxed.
No, let him
Yo.
Would you like peanut butter?
Yeah.
All right. How many slices?
Yeah.
No, right.
Make sure you full as well.
Drink.
Not all was coke to
She
them.
primed you, bro.
You're gonna need the energy. She marinated me.
You remember this thing recently? Well, when I was finishing school, it became a thing where they said like, if your parents hitting you, you need to report that you can arrest them. You can. My mom, that law came out when I was in grade 8. And we had visitors, family visitors. You know, visitors are very...
touch me.
Visitors
Don't
are
touch
very,
me.
very, very prestigious when they come.
Booty.
And my mom said to me, she went to the bathroom, and we just got a bell. You know, a bell, the door bell. Ding dong. You know, hello, we outside. I was like, okay, put it down. Carried on watching Dragon Ball Z. My mom's in the bathroom. Ding dong. I just carried on. My mom came out the bathroom. She's like, did you open for the visitors? I don't know how I slipped. That time Goku was transforming. So I was trying to focus. I was trying to focus.
That takes long.
Also, there was no PVR. There was no PVR.
Yeah, there was no PVR.
Yeah,
It was
couldn't
hard.
pause.
So I'm watching. I forgot to open because I was so involved. My mom came out. She's like, so you didn't open? I said, yo, mom, I forgot. Okay, no problem. She opened. Oh, bro, it was so nice. The visitors came. Mama made leg of lamb. We ate. We had tea. I had biscuits. So nice. My mom making
Marinate.
jokes, you know. When you want
Involving
just
you in
getting
the
the
joke.
kettle. Oh, I got it. Cool. Bro, lovely evening. Kissed my aunt, uncle. Goodbye. I didn't think that was maybe going to be the last time I saw them.
That sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
I locked the door. My sister's there as well. She thought, oh, the situation's cool now. Everyone's fine.
Diffused. We
It's
like
diffused. Josh is happy. Everyone's happy. Bro, I just felt this pain here. My mom threw a hanger. That's how it started. She said, hanger. And not a metal hanger. You know those wooden ones? The wood. It's got the wood and it's got the metal beam.
The premium, the
chromium, and even
ones.
has clips. That thing hit me here.
The one that holds the ducks of London.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we only know the ones that can unlock cars.
No, I know that one. That one. I know that one.
This is the one that uses Mr. Min.
Mr. Min.
Wow.
We stole it from Carnival City. It didn't even have the thing because you had to unclip it. You know, it didn't have that. That device that was missing. So we had a man. It hit me, bro.
Way
That
too
wooden one. It
expensive
said,
to me.
yeah. I just turned. As I turned, my mom said, slipper. Not wooden spoon, slipper. But you know those
ones
slippers
that-
with the sole that's hard with the lines.
Yes, and the front part looks like a mattress.
Yes,
It's got those
it
little
looks like a match. And it
triangles.
has a circle with the size. My mom's a size 4. Bro, it left size 4 here on my body when she was done with me. And she said to me, the next day you go to school and they ask you what happened, you fell. I was blue.
Yeah,
bro.
but
I was
honestly,
blue.
the bell
My
rang
mom
twice.
told
I was
me,
blue.
yeah, because I told them, yeah, they told us the line is 0800 5555. Yeah, my mom nicely picked up the phone.
And said,
The
there
phone.
it is.
Phone. That time you still here.
Yes.
No, man, the bell rang twice, bro. So you need.
But
you need
Goku
a
was
hideout.
transforming.
No,
Bro.
Even I wanted.
When you are, I don't think kids of today understand
They
what
don't.
we used to go through with the cartoons we watched back in the day, bro. Like,
They don't.
they would tease you. We know heightened drama. They would tease you because back in the day, TV was designed for advertising. So they would be like, at this point, this is where we'll insert product. And then bring you back and start that scene again and the transfer. Because they knew we didn't have PVR, bro. We couldn't pause, rewind, skip, whatnot.
They had you.
I had no sperm when Goku started transforming. By the time he was finished, I had it. I was 11. I didn't have. But I was mid-12 when he just became. It took him like 2 years, dude.
Bro, these oaks will transform the whole week.
Through the whole season,
I
Goku was
know.
like, hey. I'm talking about the one when he got the blonde hair, you know,
That's Super
that
Saiyan,
one.
bro.
It was Super Saiyan something.
The long one is
The long-
Super Saiyan 3.
So I waited from like 11 to almost 13. That time I was just getting the sensation. I wasn't dispatching.
It was just powder.
It wasn't dispatching, bro.
Please, I'm moving on. Bro, you've ramped up PNC.
Yeah.
That's looking sharp, man. It's
you, boys.
TT. I don't know how to
TT, Chandre, Tabiso.
I love her,
man.
I love her so much. Her voice.
The first time I experienced,
she's amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
The first time I experienced TT, I was watching one of your. It was back when it was still popcorn and cheese.
Yeah.
And he was at the back. Hey, bro, he cracks me up, man. Yo,
TT's he's a nerd, bro. He's like a funny nerd. So this is the first black game designer to come out of South Africa. He studied game designing in Wits.
game designer.
Yeah, he studied game design in Wits.
Wow.
And he got to tour the world and he created some game.
It's just his delivery that finishes it.
So he then decided, no, but my love and my passion is comedy. So he started doing comedy, and he's like he's a genius, bro. But he's so informative. And I remember Loiso Gola said to me the one time, he's like, in comedy, it's not just about being funny, you got to be interesting. And I think that's what makes TT the way that he is. He's such a nerd because I always learn a lot of stuff from him because he's always like, brah, you know how this thing works, you know what this thing's actually called. So he's got all this information, and then he finds a way to sort of make it palatable in a funny way.
What are you seeing with the future of podcasting now that you got PNC going?
Bro, can I be very honest with you? From one podcaster to another, I still don't understand how people watch people talking
For so long.
Like, I come from the era of real entertainment where Goku would transform for 2 years. You know,
Real.
before semen, after semen. Bro, when I think of watching something, I want to see things moving. I want to see whatnot. I want to
Scenes.
you know what I mean? But I want to see scenes. Things must change. But it's so crazy how people are in this era where they enjoy podcasting. And I get it. It's how we sort of get our information now. A lot of people don't read anymore. There's no more newspapers, magazines, whatnot. So this is how people keep up with current affairs. This is how people also get certain opinions. And I get it. And I think with us, with PNC, what we've tried to do is we've tried to be like a comedy podcast, number one, but we also want to dabble in like playing with sketches and sketching and stuff like that. I don't understand why, especially with a country that comes from pure Monati show, PMS, all these things, why are we not sketch rich in our country? Our social media is great. South Africans are funny. We're so funny, but we're not investing a lot into like getting SNL, Key and Peele
man.
type.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
our boys.
No one is pumping that kind of money into creating iconic comedy sketches for South Africa, you know, and I think that's what we've been trying to do with PNC. It's very hard, bro. Like it's especially when you're doing it with no money, you know, when you're just doing it from just us. So us having to put together the news, it's a 4-day process, bro. You have to write it, you have to get the facts right. You also have to make sure that it's current to the date. So you're writing the night before we actually shoot the news. Then you got to spread it out. Then you got to do sketches, and then you got to shoot the pod. So a typical day on PNC, you're looking at coming into work at about 9 in the morning, and then we're probably done shooting around 6
PM. Yo, Dan, you hearing this? That's long hours there.
Long hours for one episode a week, bro.
Sure.
You know, and then you start looking at things like the comments, and you realize people actually just prefer the conversational part of the podcast. They just
Really?
The skits are great, but this is what we want.
Yeah.
Just want to see you guys sitting in a room talking.
Wow.
You know,
I guess people get to know you better.
and that's what they value more than the side shows. Let me call them that, right? So that's what I've started coming to terms with and realizing is that things that we thought we knew are changing, bro. How people receive entertainment, how they take entertainment is changing. And I think that's what PNC has also made me realize is that the way the world is moving is changing, bro. I've done incredible things in my career. I've hosted the Summers 3 times. I've done TV shows. I've hosted The Masked Singer. People don't recognize me from that kind of stuff. They recognize me from the pod.
Really? Wow.
Yes, because it's like,
insane.
that's the thing that makes, when someone walks up to you and they start a conversation about the thing you were talking about last week, you realize, oh,
You watch the pod.
you watch the pod. And then you also start realizing who watches the pod. Because you have an idea of who you think watches the Load Shed podcast. And then you bump into an old 57-year-old Indian man. He's like,
Hey, Mr.
bro, you know what he
Podcast!
was just saying what about. And you're like, what?
Why did I move my head?
Yeah, that's racist.
Why did I just do what I just did?
Why did I just do everything? Why did I?
Josh, bro.
I used to have such a, when I was starting out, because comedy is so racial, I used to have such a bad Indian joke, bro. I'm so embarrassed about it now.
Say it. Let's hear it.
I used to go, Indian people never used to, how did it go? That's so long ago, I even forgot. I said, the only reason why they started moving their heads is because, no, the joke went, you see, it's been that long, I forgot. The joke went, people are celebrating this whole car guard industry like it's, you know, like it just emerged now. I'm like, this car guard industry's been around. It started back in the day when the Indian people used to help boats park along the harbor in Durban. So I'm saying that's where the neck motion came. Because can you imagine trying to help a boat parallel park on the water? Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I see. I see. Reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the turbulence of man. Yeah.
Bro, this is 15 years ago.
Turbulence. In water. Whatever. Josh. You don't know, bro.
Oh my gosh.
No, you don't know, bro. For us, that when we became slaves here, bro, there was turbulence. That was our turbulence. That's why it's actually embedded. It was the ship, bro. The whole way here, we were just high wave, low wave. So when you have it's deep down, because I can do it naturally. You can't do it the way I do it. That's the difference. Look at you. Your whole neck moves, bro. I can just look at me. I just got the technique. Even you struggle.
No, I can't, bro.
The beard,
Genetics.
It's the beard. It's heavy.
No, mom, yeah.
You look like you're about to fight.
I'm like, nah.
So what did you say about my Pumas?
No, I like my Pumas, right? I'll keep it. Okay.
Flipping out.
My main question with PNC is why didn't Mpho Popps just do his own channel? Why did it have to go under the MacG channel?
Yeah.
Because you could have.
I could have, but there's method to the madness. I think number one, I could have done my own podcast and I could have done it by myself. Right? That's the easiest thing to do. But I think it's that old phrase of like, if you wanna go, how does it go?
Far, go together.
Yeah, if you wanna go far, go together. If you wanna go alone, yeah, you know how it goes. But I think for me, I've always wanted to work with Mac and his team, number one. And I've always looked at the type of reach that working with a network like that had, right? And at the same time, I was like, doing PNC is not for me. So like I said to you, doing a show like PNC where we sort of create sketch comedy and do all these things, the reason why I wanted to do it is because I want to elevate comedy in South Africa, right? We don't have any engines that create comedy superstars in this country anymore. You know, in America, you know, you go on the Tonight Show and you do this, you get recognized, you go SNL, there's all these Key and Peele, you do all these things that sort of create comedy superstars. We had all those things back in the day. We had Pure Manate Show, then Late Night News with Lois Ogola. There were all these shows that kind of highlighted comedians and then put them into people's households. And, or you're like, oh, that's the guy I saw from... We don't really have that anymore. So everyone is very heavily social media reliant right now. So the whole point was to create a comedy podcast where comedians can come, act in sketches, be a part of things, be guests on the show, just so it can sort of elevate the industry and the game, you know? And I was just like, I can't do something like that by myself. You know, and I think it's also a great platform to put on people that you won't necessarily know because you're not a consumer of comedy, but that I know that these are the guys who are the hardest working, who are the most talented. A lot of people didn't know Tsitsi before the pod. You know what I mean? Tsitsi is one of the most brilliant comedy minds in the game. So is Thabiso Mhlongo. So is Sean-Ray van Veek. The platform has also brought in someone like Farah Fai, and she's now ventured into stand-up. This is someone who's made the transition from digital, a digital funny person, a content creator, who's now ventured into stage. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing.
So the whole point of doing it like that, bro, was to create a platform that could put on a lot more people at the same time, but also reach and numbers. And I think the one thing we've been very adamant about and instrumental about, and this was my sort of sell and my pitch to Mac. I said, advertising has changed and we have to move with the times. And the way we want to do advertising on our pod is through sketch, right? A lot of the times when clients give you stuff, they give it to you like you're some influencer. Do this, hold my brand like this, do this. And it's like, we go, no, there's a funnier way to communicate a message. And so if you look at our pod, we have a lot of sponsorship, right? And it's because sponsors go, you have a way of talking to your audience about us that doesn't seem forced. So we do sketches as ads. And what we also found in our analytics is that because people enjoy watching sketches, you'll find that they're the most played part of the episode. So what ends up happening is the advertising gets to be the most played part of the thing because we did it in sketch form. So we're very intentional about like doing advertising in a funny, palatable way and embedding it into the ethos of the show. And I think that's why partnering up with Podcast and Chill Network was essential for that model to work. And it's worked because we've had a long list of. Last week we had Woolworths on as a client.
Nice.
We've worked with Disney, MultiChoice, Supersport, gang brands, bro.
What are these guys looking for? When they do you go to them or do they come to you?
They come to us.
Really?
They come to us because they're looking for a way to sort of plug into popular culture. We did a campaign for Woods, and when we did that, Woods didn't even have a social media presence. And we got given a brief like, we're trying to make people sort of talk about Woods, or Woods is old cough syrup, bro. We've grown up with Woods. I can't even remember seeing a Woods ad as a kid. So we did this thing where we created, myself, Robot Boy and Tsitsi were a band, Cash Time Woods for Life.
Yes.
And then we did these songs about Woods, all genres, gospel, reggae, kwaito. Bro, that thing trended, bro. Millions of TikTok impressions and whatnot. Woods, boom, 1,000 and something followers on Instagram.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's creating impact in a way that you know that you can. Instead of us just going, hey guys, by the way, if you're feeling a little bit fluid, drink. No, it's how can we take the brand and incorporate it into what we do and sell it in a way that's going to entertain people.
And it's memorable.
And it's memorable,
They'll see it, they'll remember that ad.
So we were very intentional about structuring the pod like that. So I think behind all of the comedy and entertainment value, that's the sort of marketing machine idea that I had that I sold to Mac.
Nice.
Amazing.
When are your next gigs? Like we're talking,
I have no idea.
Really?
No idea. And I love that, bro. Usually, Ace Hood came out to that booked out till August.
Yeah.
No. And it was cool back in the day to just be booked out forever. But actually, bro, the last 2-3 weeks I've been working every day. I've been gigging every single day. And I've gotten to a space where when I don't gig, I make use of that time. Spend it at home. I spend it with my wife, my daughter. Because I'm just like, I know when shit hits the fan, it hits the fan.
Yeah.
So for now, I think I'm just finalizing for the first quarter of the year, I'm just finalizing all the sort of corporate work that I'm doing. And as the team, we've also gone into like a pre-prod of organizing all the stuff that we're going to do, all the stuff we're going to shoot, and sort of planning our year. And we're on Wednesday, so today is the 15th of Feb. On Wednesday, we should have all our tour dates coming out for the PNC tour.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
In between all of that, we each have our own individual shows. So then I'll also be able to announce my dates. But this year I'm more intentional about going to every single city, regardless of the size of the audience. Because usually what we try and do is we try and sell the most amount of tickets.
We're not going to Maritzburg.
You know what I mean? So maybe if I go to Maritzburg and I find a theater that has 200 seats,
Yeah.
We've got one for you.
We've
We
got
know
one for you.
There
do
is
you know what I
one.
mean? So focus on doing that without just trying to make the most out of because that's what we try and do to try and make the numbers make sense. We always try and do 1,000 and above seats. Quantity. And I would rather, now I'm in the era where I'd rather spend 5 days doing a room of 100 or 200 people
Nice.
and move on to the next place.
It's also a better connection, I guess, with those
It
people.
is, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
You build
It
longer
is.
lasting relationships with that.
Please let us know when you guys are coming to Durb side.
Yeah, we will. Also, Durbs is very tricky, bro.
Why?
I don't know why Durban is. Have you noticed even a lot of international acts, they'll do Cape Town, Joburg, they'll bounce.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
Why is Durb so weird to sell tickets?
I don't
It's
know.
almost like you need a Durbs Connect or someone
Yeah.
in the government there or tourism to be a part of.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is it about
Because
Durban? that-
it's a constant issue. Chris Brown didn't even come.
The last time Chris Brown
And
came,
Durban loves Chris Brown.
yeah. the
That's
last-
when he came to the Wave House. It was Wave House.
No,
it was
that's
Wayne.
Durban July when he came. That was the last time I remember him coming during that time.
Really?
Yeah, I remember because that's when I met my wife.
Every color chick was saying, yo, he invited me
And
back home.
we respect
that time.
Durban and
Yeah.
we understand Durban has its own ways. You know, there's like me, I don't misbehave when I'm in Durban, and it's been like that
Yes.
because you just don't know who's who. You don't know who's mafia, taxi boss.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean. So even when you put together shows, and we've seen it happen with like artists or whatnot, who's like, oh, I'm gonna put up a show, but maybe another artist is not happy with why is this artist coming into town and doing shows, blocking. So
Why are we at that stage though with
I
this?
don't know if that's what I'm saying. I don't know how Durban operates, but Durban is tricky. I always do a lot of Durban shows with Durban guys. So I'll be there with Sfiso Nene, with Nonto, or with Celeste, or some of the Durban cats. But sometimes to just venture out and do Durban by yourself is just like
You need to speak to Buddhalicious.
That's our guy.
Buddhalicious. He's the events guy in KZN. And he
please hook me up with Buddha.
Yo, the way he can set up an event. I was surprised at was it the Golden Horse where was it Clint L?
Clint L.
Clint Brinkle.
Yeah, where it was packed.
His DJ,
bro.
Clint L.
And I'm like, what happened here? That's Buddhalicious.
Yeah.
It's Buddhalicious.
Even dogs doing some crazy events.
Buddhalicious.
Yeah.
You need Buddhalicious. If you want to get Durban pumping, you need Buddhalicious.
Please hook me up with Buddha.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
he's proper.
I'll open for you, pick on the guy with the orange. Yo, then it's over. Then you come and save the day.
You again.
All grown up.
Now we must fight it out.
Me and you, best of world.
So that would be cool,
Please,
man.
bro, because that's also like one place where I feel like, because every time I've done shows in Durban, I've done well. But the moment you start opening up ticket sales in Durban,
drama. Unnecessary drama, actually.
Things are not moving, and you're just like,
Oh, we know some people.
Yeah. No, we like you to say that now.
We like you to say
yeah.
that.
But also, again, the mindset for this year is also just like being intentional and going, bruh, it's fine if I go to Durban and I do 100 people.
Yeah.
It's fine. Next year it'll be 150 or 200.
Yeah.
The whole point is just to keep growing, keep growing, right? And I think that's what the audience also wants is a consistent, like, oh, at least we know we'll see you once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And we just make a date with you. And that's what I want to get into. I want to be more consistent in doing my own shows in different parts of the country. Because there's places where, see, like we're talking about how Durban can be tricky and rewarding and whatever. But there's certain places that are just a dream to go and perform, bro. Like you go to Witbank. You get there, they have the Ridge Casino, 1,000 seats. Bro, whenever they put up a show there, 1,000 people come. More than 1,000 people come. There's all these Wild Coast Wild Coast is literally in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
But
Love
when
the
you put
Wild
on a
Coast,
show,
man.
one of the best places to perform is Wild
Love
Coast
it there.
Theatre, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Suncoast Theatre's great. Golden Horse Theatre's great.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
There's some good spots.
There's good spots.
Dude, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for this conversation.
Gentle brothers of the congregation.
Thank you for coming. I was very
finally
nervous
having me.
initially.
Yeah.
I told you I had PTSD.
Who ditched you?
I know, I don't want to.
Who abandoned you?
Somebody.
I'll get there one day.
Somebody.
You know,
She
I'm
was
healing.
busy. You know, ever
I'm
since
healing.
Pearl became a DJ,
Yeah.
she's booked and busy, man. She'll
I'm
come.
healing.
Don't worry.
I'm healing.
Yeah, man.
Yes, bro. Who broke your heart? Plus, you guys, you have to go through a lot to get done. You have to gel the hair. You have to shave.
Skincare routine. You know?
Who let you down?
No, I can't.
Okay, hint. Have they ever been a brand ambassador of Machiv?
What, a hint? Oh,
Do we hint? No. Do we hint?
no, we've actually had a couple.
We've had a couple of stand
But,
flop, just didn't pull up, plus we gave them script. We quite professional.
Very professional.
Hey?
Very.
Like
You can see you work with white people.
We do.
I was like, these oaks have a script. Yes.
Not a script. It's just
not
per
a
se.
script, but like a guide, like
An outline.
Invites.
You know what it is? Not even a script, right? It's you know when you check into a fancy hotel and there's a letter that they've left for you on the table with a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Mirikwane, we welcome you to the Sentin Towers. We just want you to enjoy your stay here.
I love those.
That's what you guys sent.
Your name on the TV as well. We also
It is with great excitement. I was like, bro, what have I been summoned to?
What am I about to get to? And I get chocolates and all.
But we do that to every single guest, dude.
That's brilliant.
We just try to make people feel welcome. And he's so good at that as well.
Yeah.
I make the
Guess
connects
he's
and then
married.
he finesses.
That is a married man. Right?
Sometimes some of our guests have actually never been in front of a camera, so that's why we do
We
it like
try to
that.
do it like
because
that.
it's
your
when
first
they,
time
when they have
recording.
an outline, they kind of understand. Oh, this is cool. This is
This
what
is
we'll
how
chat
it
about. Yeah, some people like you. I don't even think you need an outline. Sometimes, sometimes it's but we just like to keep it going.
You see what I like? It creates comfort, right? And a lot of the times when people are not comfortable, you don't get the most out of it.
Exactly.
Right? And it doesn't matter how long you've been doing anything. It takes a long time. And I think that's why people actually enjoy podcasting. Because a lot of the times when we see the people hear the people we enjoy being interviewed, it's normally on a radio show. But that's time.
Yeah.
So now they gotta ask you all the critical
Ads.
questions quickly. So yeah, tell
You've
us.
got 30 seconds.
Hey, how much minute? So here you're able to sort of like sit, have a conversation, off ramp, come back on. And I think regardless of how long you've been doing this, it takes time to get comfortable, right? And what I love about what you guys have done, you make a person feel comfortable before they arrive, right?
Thank you.
By the time the person arrives, it's like, oh no, I'm dealing with professionals. Oh my God, there's a Caucasian. Okay, this is real.
It's serious. It just got serious.
You know what I mean? Things are set up, and then also it makes the flow of the conversation easy, because essentially I think that's why people enjoy watching podcasts, is that at a certain point it doesn't feel like a
PR.
interview. So tell us that it's a
Carte
real
blanche,
conversation.
carte blanche.
Yeah. Feels
So
like-
you didn't pay SARS in 3,000.
Hey, trauma.
Sorry, sorry.
Sorry. It's more than 3,000. More than 3,000.
Squid.
Could have been driving a Porsche Cayenne.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mpho Popps, thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
man.
much, dude.
Yo, boys,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for having me. And yo, man, like I'm a big fan of the show. I obviously started watching when my boys were on. And I was just like, yeah, no, these oaks. No, I also watched Donnie's app.
Did you?
Yeah, so I was
amazing.
like, no. To watch you guys grow from strength to strength.
Thank you.
Yo, man, I think all I want to see from you guys is just, take what you have done now and just fly.
Thank you.
Talking about flying, Red Bull
Oh, there it
gives
is.
you wings. Red Bull, cheers. The drink to have when you feel like you want to elevate your game. Load Shed Podcast started from the bottom. Now they are here, flying high because they have wings. Given proudly by their sponsorship.
Thank you.